besties, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here to do my 36 and 37 weeks pregnancy update. So let's go ahead and dive right into it.
Each time I make a memory, then I'll try to make it with you.
On the last update that I did, I had said that I was going to do my 36 weeks pregnancy update because I was going to be meeting with my midwife and I'm going to be meeting with my doula, my doctor, and there's going to be so many things to update you guys on. And that kind of sort of didn't happen, and that's why I'm sitting here doing a 36 and 37 weeks pregnancy update. I did go ahead and see my gynae when I was about 36 weeks in a couple of days, and I haven't seen my midwife yet. I have not seen my doula yet. I'm only seeing my doula tomorrow, and my midwife is yet to confirm. On the day that I was supposed to meet my midwife, she ended up being called in because there was another mom who was in labor. I did go ahead and see my gynae, so I have a little bit to update you guys on with regards to that appointment. Right now, as I am filming this video, I am 37 weeks and 6 days pregnant, which is quite crazy because it says here 15 days left. I remember when this pregnancy started, I used to think, oh my gosh, when am I ever gonna get to the end? And it looks like the end is very near. It says here the baby should weigh roughly about 2.85 to 2.9 kilograms. He is the size of a Swiss chard, which is quite longish. It's about 48.5 centimeters from head to toe. When I went to my gynae when I was about 36 weeks, I was actually 36 weeks in a couple of days when I went. Lots of things changed, or there was a big change that happened there. When she measured Peanut, it turns out, remember when I used to tell you guys all the time that Peanut was measuring like 2 weeks ahead and all of that fun stuff? So he is way bigger. He is currently probably around 3.5 kgs, which is crazy. I can completely feel that because he feels heavy. It's not even funny. So he measured way ahead. His head was measuring at about 38 weeks in a couple of days, and my gynae was like, you know what, we're gonna have to sort of like edit your due date, and this is purely because I am doing VBAC. Now with VBAC, I feel like this is where it gets intense. I sort of have a ceiling. My gynae is only willing to let me go so far before she says it's like cut off, and this is purely because of my C-section scar. There's a higher risk with it rupturing when I'm in labor or while I'm in labor, and since the hospital that I'm going to is not necessarily like a hospital, it's set up like a birthing center, we don't really want to risk it where we let Peanut grow and just get chunky and my C-section scar ends up rupturing, and it's a big emergency, life at risk situation. So we're trying by all means to avoid that. So when she did the measurement, Peanut's head was measuring at 38 weeks in a couple of days. His body was measuring at around 37 weeks in a couple of days. So she ended up just moving my due date a little bit further up. So it is actually in a couple of days, even though I'm saying I'm 37 weeks and 6 days. That's not necessarily true, but I'm going with my app, so according to the app, that's how far along I am. So we ended up having to change my due date to a little bit earlier, but she did say that she is gonna give me from this moment forward about a week and a half to go into labor naturally, and if that doesn't happen, we're gonna have to do a C-section. It has me quite freaked out because I really don't want a C-section. I am hoping for natural birth, and that's why I've been so anxious to see my midwife. We changed the due date, which has been quite scary and actually very funny because I used to tell Dizzy all the time, like, this is going to be an October baby, there's no way we're having a November baby, and he was just like, that's not gonna happen. And I was like, it is gonna happen, you will just see. All the tests we did and my gynae, like the urine test, everything came back amazing. I wasn't as dehydrated as I was with my midwife's previous appointment, so that's awesome. Peanut, as usual, did not show us his face at all. When I went to my gynae, we tried by all means to get his face and he was not budging. I was like, okay, yeah, this child is very stubborn. He is his mother's child for sure. He did show us that he's a boy. He was just like put on display, but everything is perfect. His little heartbeat was fine. I was gonna show you guys the pictures from the scan, but seriously, there is nothing to see there. There's like seriously nothing to see there. We basically just looked at his heartbeat, his bones. I think we checked his thigh bone, his spinal cord, his neck, and my biggest worry at that scan was to make sure that he is not tangled by his umbilical cord or not even giving signs that he might tangle himself up. And thankfully he wasn't tangled. He didn't give any signs either. I hope he's not going to tangle himself from that moment to now until delivery, because that's what happened with K-Bear. At our 36 weeks appointment, everything was peaches and cream. By the time she was born, there was no cream. So yeah, that's what happened. With regards to symptoms and how I've been feeling so far, to be quite honest with you guys, I feel like it's similar to my 34 and 35 weeks update in terms of just the exhaustion. I am seriously exhausted all the time. Like, I'm botched all the time. I do want to say I am already on maternity leave. I didn't mention that. I have already started my maternity leave. I did plan to start it like about 3 weeks ahead of time, ahead of my due date, purely because I wanted to have that moment to myself. I wanted to just be able to be at home and do Peanut's laundry and wash his nappies without feeling pressured for time, pack our hospital bags, and just ease into everything without doing it in between going work and stuff. Other than that, my skin has been completely itchy and super sensitive. I feel like I have been stretched out to the maximum, which is insane. When I cough, it hurts. Like, I have to like balance my tummy, because when I cough, it feels like everything's just gonna go up in flames and explode. It's crazy. I hate sneezing for the exact same reason too. I have been also getting a series of like period pain like cramps, which my midwife did say it could potentially be the start of labor. I'm not so worried about that because it's not around my C-section scar or anything like that. I feel like right now I'm on super alert with regards to my C-section scar, even though at my gynae appointment she did say that the scar is holding fantastic. It is measuring at like 0.86 or something millimeters, so it's holding very, very well, but I'm still a little bit anxious. So I'm on super alert or with regards to that scar. So whenever I feel pain, I try by all means to just focus and try feel where it comes from, so that I can be able to give my midwife like accurate descriptions of how I feel. Okay, so Vanya is prepared. She is super excited. I have packed her little gift because I need for her to not feel like she is not part of the family anymore. I feel like half the time when people bring gifts, they normally bring for the newborn baby and they forget about the other baby, and I don't want for her to be left out. So I've packed all of her stuff. I've bought her gifts. I have sort of prepared for postnatal as well, to keep her included and what we're gonna do and all of that fun stuff. So that is all systems go. We are gonna be picking up our birth pool on Saturday or Sunday morning, I don't remember. I don't think there's a lot of symptoms going on apart from what was happening on my 34 and 35 weeks update. So essentially everything I was feeling there, I'm still feeling now. Tired, craving salty stuff, hungry all the time, round ligament pain, which sucks, and exhaustion. Like, exhaustion is just still peaking right at the top. That's basically what I wanted to update you guys on for my 36 weeks and 37 weeks. For now, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my belly shot, which has literally grown. I was looking myself in the mirror the other day and I was like, where did this come from? Like, I swear it was not this big, and it just poof came out of nowhere. This is my belly from the front, all covered up, and this is it from the side, and then the other side. Undressed, it looks a little something like this from the front, and sideways, and then of course the other side. Home guy is completely on the left side, which is nice because that's the position that we want for him to be in. And over here there's basically just nothing. It's just his little booty and his little toes and stuff, but he is mostly lying this side. I feel like Peanut has not engaged yet. When we went for my gynae's appointment, he was still not engaged. So, but he was showing signs, and that I feel like that's partly why we couldn't see his face. My gynae did say that he is facing into my pelvis or my pelvic or something like that. So he was getting ready to just go down into my pelvic floor, my pelvis floor. I don't know what you call it, pelvic or pelvis, I don't know. But he was getting ready to engage and get ready for birth, which was super exciting for me. I have felt the need to waddle around a little bit, which could mean that he's already engaged right now, but it's not all the time. So I feel like he is engaging and disengaging and just doing his own thing up in there. But it is what it is. He'll be ready when he's ready. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Don't forget to subscribe and of course follow us on our social media pages. I feel like that's where I'm gonna put up a picture of Peanut once he's born on Instagram, so go ahead and follow me there, because I don't think I'm gonna be filming much post delivery, because I will need time to recharge. But for now, I hope you enjoyed watching and we'll see you on the next video. Bye guys.